A group of brave explorers found something strange and scary that has sent shockwaves through the science community around the world. As we put together the pieces of the puzzle, we'll look at the strange things that happened around this mysterious find and what it means for humanity. In this video, we will find out the terrifying and unimaginable truth that lies hidden beneath the Euphrates River. But before we start, make sure to subscribe to our channel, Unexplained History, and press the bell icon for regular updates. Let's get started. The Euphrates River, a famous river that played a significant role in the development of ancient civilizations like Babylon and Mesopotamia, has recently started to dry up, presenting challenges for researchers and industry professionals. The river is estimated to be at least 10,000 years old, but biblical texts suggest it could be considerably older. It is also one of the 4 rivers that flowed through the Garden of Eden, where creation initially took place. The Euphrates River's history dates back to biblical accounts, with the river being a critical dividing line between East and West Eden. Scientific research suggests that the Euphrates River predates biblical history by over 450,000 years due to the discovery of stone artifacts, and early Homo erectus remains buried in this river. The river is also significant in human history for its role in Mesopotamia, where the Babylonians constructed infrastructure along and surrounding the river to make its management and consumption more straightforward. The drying up of the Euphrates River coincides with the establishment of the ancient empires of the Babylonians and Assyrians in this area. As a result, agricultural lands have become unusable, and industries dependent on fishing have collapsed as a direct consequence of the contamination of any little pools of water that may still exist. The once fecund crescent that served as the cradle of agriculture around the world is now a bleak wasteland. Unusual water politics and biblical prophecy both point to the Euphrates River being in danger in the near future, which can be seen as a strong indicator of impending tragedy. Since time immemorial, the Euphrates River has been one of the most important factors behind Turkey's robust economic growth. Both Iraq and Syria have historically relied on the river's resources for agriculture and hydroelectric power generation. The use of water from the Euphrates and the management of its flow have historically been sources of conflict for all 3 countries. A peace pact was concluded by the 3 nations that border the Euphrates, detailing the manner in which each nation would use the water to ensure their cooperation. This agreement was reached to limit or control the construction of additional dams or hydraulic facilities built across the river to generate hydroelectricity. Turkey initially pioneered the construction of a large number of dams on the Euphrates, followed shortly thereafter by Syria and Iraq. However, due to the construction of dams and reservoirs in Turkey, an excessive amount of water was gathered, leading to a major reduction in the river's flow into Iraq. This arrangement did not lead to a big disagreement between the 3 countries regarding the rationing of water, but issues resurfaced due to Turkey's implementation of the GAP project. The Euphrates River's drying up presents a significant threat to humanity, particularly in the context of the ongoing conflicts between Turkey, Syria, and Iraq. The ongoing drought and potential consequences of the drying up of the river are a cause for concern for all concerned. Syria and Turkey have over 6 significant dams on the Euphrates River, while Iraq has the lowest number of dams on the rivers. The GAP project in Turkey was initiated to provide irrigation and hydroelectricity for provinces located in the country's southeast. Over 10 million people are able to receive support through the campaign, which is estimated to give irrigation water to 1 million hectares of agricultural land in the Euphrates Basin, which is more than 20% of the land that is completely irrigated in Turkey. The Turkish people experienced tremendous progress as a result of the GAP initiative, which has the capacity to store more than 90% of all of the water that flows down the Euphrates. However, Turkey is operating in a self-centered manner, diverting most of the water that normally flows down the Euphrates into Syria to other areas, causing the river to hardly reach the Turkish-Syrian border in April 2014. This breach of the pact signaled doom for Iraq, which was barely holding on to life by eating leftovers. Turkey also breached a deal it had made with Syria in 1987, in which it agreed to deliver at least 500 cubic meters of water per second to Syrians. Evaporation caused by high temperatures is another factor contributing to the drying of the Euphrates River. Warming caused by human activity is having an impact in many parts of the world and is significantly contributing to river evaporation. Global warming is met with considerable skepticism, despite the fact that scientists have presented pertinent evidence to support the contention that the temperature of the Earth does not change. There are several factors that contribute to global warming, each of which is detrimental to the health of people, plants, and animals. The development of reservoirs and lakes along the Euphrates River has made the situation worse, making things more difficult at a time when the surface areas of major reservoirs and lakes will be very large. In places like Turkey, Iraq, and Syria, these lakes and reservoirs will be subjected to high temperatures, which will result in an increase in the amount of water lost to wasteful evaporation. Recent research on the annual evaporation of reservoirs in the Euphrates Basin found that water loss is a serious concern that will have a negative influence on the situation. Despite the answers that make sense for the way the river is right now, it is important to acknowledge that the river's sudden disappearance has left us perplexed. Research indicates that the river's waters are evaporating at a rate significantly faster than previously reported. Even if Turkey and Syria were to remove all of the dams built along the Euphrates River, it would not be possible for the river to regain its former beauty. In reality, they caused riverbeds to dry up and become inaccessible through burning. If the Euphrates River truly dried up due to supernatural forces and the fulfillment of this biblical prophecy, it signifies the emergence of something terrifying that could destroy humanity. That's it for today. What do you think about this incredible discovery? Let us know in the comment section. Please like and share our videos. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon for regular updates.